They can't stop the day we dissect the news. Flipping on the edge, choices to choose. Politics and laughter, a blend that's so real. Shooting for the stories that make you feel. With guests from every angle, let's bridge the divide. Finding the truth in the humor we can't hide. The Prime Directive, where the laughter's alive. Society's reflections, let's help each other thrive. Politics and culture, oh what a blend. Join on the journey, let's set the trend.
Oh my God! Yeah, no, it's going to be we're going to be in for a very interesting time. We're going to need a lot of perspectives. We're going to need the generations linking up. We're going to need a lot of things to be able to endure. I think with the coming. I don't see left and right kind of being the big divide. It's really going to be artificial and like biological.
I think before that it's going to be something else. I think it's actually going to be a top and bottom.
Oh, you mean like a hyper social stratification of
hyper social stratification. It's sure. Which is interesting because you see already certain things starting to change, but it's going to be fascinating to observe what actually happens in at the societal level.
Yeah.
And I could not agree more with Dave when he basically was talking about the importance of
college.
Not importance of college, but the importance of learning, problem solving, getting around things.
Yeah, college.
Being accountable, that's really going to be a big driver forward. Mm-hmm. But the downside really is going to become what? The other day I saw this fantastic short clip from the Terminators, from the second Terminator, where it said, "Are we really on track? Because by 2029." According to James Cameron, this is where Skynet really happens. Yeah. It's like, all right, we're just 4 years away. We're doing pretty good. I think we're right on track.
Yeah, kind of visionary, that guy, right?
And we've talked about this as well, Dave. We've talked about how prolific movie makers are. Think about it. What was it? 1984 is when Blade Runner came out.
That one was 81. I think 84 was Terminator, right? Wasn't that Terminator?
I might be getting my... 1982. 1982 is when Blade Runner came out. Yeah. 1984 is when Terminator came out. And then, of course, if anybody's really paying attention, I highly recommend you watching The Running Man, because it would explain our current situation so well.
The Running Man.
It would explain everything a little too well. But long story short, it's really fascinating for us to... consider all the things that have actually happened, and I wonder if anybody's kind of looking at a lot of these prolific works and basically come to the conclusion of we are living this imaginary reality that we created for ourselves. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Businesses in the future, what are you going to do to survive? What do you think? How are businesses going to survive this future?
Care will continue to grow.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think if anything, we when you think about it, we've always figured out a way to work around these major advancements, if you think about it.
Nuclear weapons.
Like war is not ever what it's going to be. We fought World War II, and then, so you finally get some knucklehead that's going to push a button, and it still does worry me that this world could be destroyed very quickly. But I think we find ways to, just like when they were talking about today, I was laughing, I heard on the news today that very few people have landlines. Lois and I looked at each other. I still have one.
We still have a landline too.
Do you too?
We do.
Yeah, I'm still one of the old schools.
We still have a landline, yeah.
But I guess what I'm saying is this technology, I've thought about this. We're at 2025. So let's take it back 30 years, which would be what, 1995?
95, yeah.
Do you think the change, from 95 has been to 25 larger than it is from 95?
I didn't have a cell phone yet. I didn't yet have a cell phone.
But which advancements do you think has been more, from 65 to 95 or from 95 to 2025?
95 to 2025.
Yeah,
I
would say that within the last 5 years, we've really accelerated.
We slowed down. If you back off now from 65, 30 years, well, then you're going from 35 to 65. Well, we had tremendous advancements, the airplane and television.
Nuclear bomb. Yeah,
a lot of things like that. But, yeah, it kind of was a little bit of a slower period from 65 to 95.
So I know that Admar subscribes to the AI is going to take over and everything. I don't know. I think it's going to be a blend. I'm very hopeful that we're going to see some dark elements to it. I do
agree with
wonder,
actually both of you.
I think there's going to be some incredible.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be some absolutely incredible, maybe a cure for cancer or forms of cancer.
Which, by the way, did you see the recent report that actually, and I'm just throwing this out there, but apparently there was a recent report of a cancer vaccine that reduced melanoma.
It was a woman's. She had tumors in her pancreas, I think.
Pancreatic and melanoma.
So pancreatic cancer was 100%.
Yes.
100% terminal.
Yeah.
She got 11 shots tailored to her genetic code.
Correct.
And it trained her white blood cells to attack the tumors, and she's cancer free,
which is.
So there's going to be some things that AI, and that was created. So that vaccine was created using AI stuff.
Now we're moving into
transhumanism.
Yeah.
What's good? I don't like that word.
We're going to die. We're going to finally
100, 200
longer. Because if we can already replicate
300.
Which, by the way, talking about replicators, we were recently talking about this. For example, you can go and you can actually buy cultured meats, products. Proteins that are that have.
And then you throw in the weight loss drugs.
GLPs, GLP-1s,
which is wonderful. I love the invention. I love science. But the fact of the matter is, we are now outpacing ourselves. And we've talked about this. My biggest concern is general intelligence, AI, or let me rephrase, general artificial intelligence.
Okay, that's different. Correct. Yeah, that's the next.
That's the next
AGI really is Skynet.
It's a being.
Ex Machina. It's the next.
Yeah. So that at the quantum level with an unlimited source of energy, like fusion. Did you know that in Virginia we're building our very first commercially viable fusion reactor by 2029?
I saw.
It's happening. A lot of I feel like there are so many questions. Now, is it going to be as efficient as the one that's going to be available 25, 30, 50 years, 100 years from now? Of course not. But then again, neither was the very first, nuclear reactor. Give me a break. But the fact of the matter is, we are at the stage, we are at the stage where we have achieved these things. And the problem, and the reason why I don't think artificial intelligence will be contained is once you allow it to operate at the quantum level with an unlimited source of energy like fusion. All right.
There's another theorist. No, there's another theorist that just talks. Well, and Joffrey Hitchin talks about this too. That, do you worry about a pet chicken? That would be kind of like AGI and us, or would you worry about? It's probably more applicable. Be like, do you worry about the insects that could be in your bloodstream? I mean, it's such at a microscopic level. It could be trying to dream up problems to solve that we can't even conceive of.
What about cloning?
Well, it might. You
heard Tom Brady.
Yeah,
he cloned his dog.
Do you remember The Sixth Day? Do you remember that movie with Arnold? Can I just say something about Schwarzenegger again? I love the fact that person was
Schwarzenegger.
Can I just point out the movie selection that he decided to choose to play characters in has been nothing but outstanding as far as prolific movies are concerned. From The Running Man If you haven't seen The Running Man recently,
I've seen The Running Man.
go see The Running Man. It'll put so many things into
but
perspective.
then you need to go watch The Last Action Hero and then go cry because that was
The Last Action Hero is just
absolutely awful.
It's meant to be nothing other than fun.
Jingle All the Way. Oh my God!
If
you want to see the worst Christmas movie in history?
It's not the worst. I can give you a number of movies, but going back to The Sixth Day. The Sixth Day was about human cloning, and if I recall correctly, the premise in the movie is you're not supposed to clone humans. The rule is you do not clone humans.
Yeah,
but you do have the ability to go clone a pet, and I believe the business in the movie was called Re-Pet.
Yeah,
and we are now at the stage where you can re-pet. This movie came out in the 90s, and it was about real ethical issues. And I remember in the movie, Schwarzenegger's character was, hey, no, the pet passed away. We need to teach our child that this is the natural course of life. Yeah. And if we can cheat, death, so to speak, again, kind of like what you said, none of us are leaving this planet, alive. Nope. Well, who's to say somebody cannot take, with artificial intelligence and quantum technology, take somebody's stem cells, replicate any organ you need, and basically replace whatever you need, just like that. Yeah. And then we're good. Keep going for as long as you can. Now, is it going to be forever? I doubt that. But the fact of the matter is, we are now at that stage, and from the very few movies. See, I love how oftentimes when you talk about Schwarzenegger, something I did not actually know. Did you know that he was a millionaire before he even got into the movie industry? Yeah. Do you know how he became a millionaire?
I think it was bodybuilding.
Nope. That was just his claim to fame. That's what got him into the movie industry. Do you know what really got him into his $1 million business?
Real estate or something?
Real estate.
He
was buying up real estate, renting out apartments, paying off all his debts. He was a multimillionaire. He said before he ever got starred in his very first movie, think about it. He was a real estate, wizard, bodybuilding champion, movie star, governor. It's like, what else can you do? He came to the U.S. with $100 in his pocket, and basically just did all manner of jobs. He was talking about doing construction work, and he was basically, he's like, I never turned down a job ever. But the fact of the matter is, the prolific movies. That's what I'm interested in. Forget everything else, because that's
favorite movies.
The
Sting. Robert Redford and Paul Newman. Yeah,
That's
and it's all about grifting and the art of the con and the art of the.
They did
not the art of the deal.
Such a great job.
Not that.
Which, by the way, Paul Newman, big Motorhead. Big huge car fan.
Yeah, he was huge.
Speaking of toys, I also wanted to ask, what's your favorite toy? What do you like to... Yeah, I always like to joke around there. I don't generally like to go shopping, but there are two things I love shopping for.
It's his snowblower that we're competing snowblowers in the front yard.
I really don't have any really hobbies. Okay. That's why I work.
Really? No?
Oh, that's a hobby?
Really?
Yeah, that's why I continue.
Well, sports, right?
Well, if you call sports a hobby.
There you go. That's a sport.
I do. I watch a lot. Ask her too much sports.
Okay.
But
no sports betting. Just sports.
No.
You play it safe. That's good. So there's a Prime Directive. Enjoy what you do, but don't get down that road of the gamblers.
By the way, speaking of gamblers, the Mummy, Brendan Fraser, his big movie role. I remember in one of my favorite lines in the movie is, "I only gamble with my life, never my money."
Right? Yeah, that's the way to do it. So what else? Sting. What else?
Well, I've never been a big movie buff, so I always like those old action movies too.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I watch all those Stallone movies.
Okay.
Of course.
Rambo.
Rambos and
Tango and Cash.
Rocky's a good movie.
And I'm afraid I watch a lot of The Equalizer.
Okay. The new one or the old one? The new one or the old one? Denzel's, yeah.
Oh, my favorite, my star, The Accountant.
The account.
That's me with the sniper rifle.
That's what you
That's right,
do.
it's,
That explains so
Affleck.
much,
Is it
Dave.
Affleck?
It's his steady hands.
Is it Ben Affleck? Is that
Yes,
Affleck?
it is Ben Affleck.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does a great job in that movie.
Yeah,
and he did the
okay.
second one too. Yeah, I don't know if did you see the
I
second
did
one?
see the
I
second
did
one.
not see
Yeah.
either. I have heard they're wonderful.
Yeah.
So, do you know one of these accountants that we could get? No.
They can take care of our books.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like it's like accounts payable. Put in minus here.
One of the classes I teach at the high school is film as literature, and so we try to expose kids to some movies. And the one that I exposed them to this time that I think is really worth watching is called Godzilla Minus Zero, and it is a monster movie, but it's not a monster movie. It's not. You're thinking this, monster. The movie's a metaphor, and so because it's this metaphor, my kids were stunned. They couldn't believe that they liked this and loved it actually, and were into this thing. You can choose to watch it in either the original Japanese subtitles and stuff, or they dubbed it really well in English. But that is a pretty astounding movie. It just works on so many levels. I highly recommend that one. It's on Netflix.
I never got into those kind of movies, or even the.
It's not a monster movie.
I didn't even believe it or not. I never watched Jurassic Park.
Interesting, the original one, huh?
I never saw that.
Interesting. So, what's the one in there? It's you didn't ask if we should do it, right? You were so busy building it, you didn't ask if we should do it.
Yeah,
which is our AI conundrum right now.
Correct.
Right?
And it's interesting because it's like your scientists were far too preoccupied whether or not they could. They didn't stop to think whether or not they should.
So do you use AI at all? At all?
Yes. And it's kind of funny. I kind of stumbled into it. I guess I got a little hot. Lois is laughing at me. I'm on, for my sleep, I had diagnosed with bad sleep apnea. So I started on, when I get into something, I go full. Yeah.
Which
full Monty.
You clearly do.
The full Monty.
The full Monty.
I like that. I haven't heard that.
I haven't heard that.
In a long
Monty
time.
Python, nice.
Yeah, that's full Monty.
Right, Monty Python.
So I must have, and she says, "What is wrong with you?" I must have like 20 CPAP masks.
Interesting. Okay.
So I'm buying them, and then I had the sleep apnea part solved, but I wasn't getting quality sleep, and I got to figure this thing out. And these sleep doctors, they're useless. You're gonna have to edit this. So I decided one day, as I'm working, and I have 2 monitors and a couple computers, so I'm working. I'm going. I'm looking at AI over there, and I'm going, because I even have these reports that I pull. It has my graphs, my breathing, and from my sleep apnea, it comes right off the machine, and I have them, and I can't analyze them. And I'm looking at them, and I go, I don't know what this means. I don't know. It says here I'm snoring, up here I'm doing this, and I don't figure any of this stuff out. My sleep doctor's useless, so I just hit the button, and I go, can you analyze my sleep report? I said, matter of seconds, he got into this, and he says, you're having these minor awakenings on these arousal. It's due to your mask is an on stress. I mean, it was like, you can't believe how AI delved into that.
Yeah.
I go,
instantly.
He probably gave me a year's worth of information that I would have had to take if I went to a doctor.
Yeah.
And he's analyzed. He's told me exactly what masks work for me.
Yeah.
Because when I'm wearing them, he could tell. Well, this and when your pressure starts to, when you get these. I don't know how much you guys know about sleep apnea. It stops your breathing.
Oh, I didn't know that. You actually stop breathing.
You stop breathing.
Oh my gosh! So you must wake up then.
Yeah.
Because then
That's what wakes you up. And when you hear something, I figured it out now. And so I said, well, guy just died in his sleep. And I told Lois, I know he died in his sleep. He quit breathing. Because when I took my test, I stopped breathing for 20 seconds one time. And I go, what?
Wow.
Yeah. And so that's what it does. Well, these machines, actually, they're kind of cool. They have these algorithms built into them. When you start not being able to breathe, it shoves more air into your lungs.
Interesting.
While you're sleeping, that you don't even know it. And you have the mask on, shoving this air into your lungs to keep you make you keep breathing in these patterns.
So the AI senses what's going on.
So AI senses which mask is. Well, this mask didn't work for you because it couldn't handle the surge in pressure you needed to clear your apnea.
I need that for but an eating one, like during the Thanksgiving break, like to
Something
stop eating.
No, you need something to shove the extra food. Pecan pie, pumpkin pie. I need a surge.
I know. I wonder if it's going to work though with maybe like finance. I guess I should run some finance stuff and see.
I haven't used that yet, only because I don't know how. When I say I don't know how, the information I feed it,
it can be trained off.
I could always do it myself. I've already got, like today I had a report and I says, can you build these accounting entries for me? And it says, well, you have to do this, and that for me to do it. And I go, well, if I did that, I already have it done. Mm-hmm. But I did read this part, and I get a lot of legal documents for the business. And it says you can ask AI, instead of having to read 40 pages of a legal document,
a brief.
Can you look through here and pick out all the red alerts or whatever things that you think might not belong in this contract? And it'll do it like that.
That's awesome.
It saves you a lot of time reading.
Yeah. I've heard the legal, what is it? The legal, the legal aids, not the attorney. But
paralegals.
The paralegals. I've heard they're on the chopping block first.
I was just going to say they will be one of the first.
That's going to be a white collar job that is just.
Well, keep in mind that speaking of how advanced. And from your own experience, and please speak to it more because I don't have much experience with this. I guess they're not fully autonomous; they're semi-autonomous vehicle features. You've been fairly impressed by them.
You got a Tesla, right?
Yeah.
And is it not a 3? What is it? A Y? A Y.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
it will drive you.
Mm-hmm. Well, think of
it. It will actually drive you.
Yeah. That's throwing.
I don't know if I can let go of this and you don't touch the wheel. No. And it actually the
wheel
starts,
spins and
my God.
It brakes.
Oh wow!
It'll brake to the red light.
Are you jerky herky with it, or is it pretty smooth?
It's smooth. Only time it will jerk hard is if somebody cuts you off. Because it knows the distance to say behind a vehicle. It'll keep you. It shows you on there that the distance is going to keep you behind a vehicle.
Okay.
So it really kind of it could be annoying because none of us drive the speed limit, right?
No,
so if you and I start this spot and we just put in home, so we live next to each other, you're going to get their way before me because you're going to drive the way you drive, and this thing's going to drive the normal.
But if you're not in a hurry, it gets you there safe and sound.
And there you go. There goes your very first largest sector of blue collar jobs that will be disappearing soon.
Uber.
Not Uber.
Uber.
No.
Taxis.
Truck driving.
Oh,
truck driving is the number one segment of blue collar work in the country that is also responsible for the for one of the highest levels of just independent earners in terms of income that they make. Now that has really taken a huge cut since the pandemic days, but that is we're talking about I don't know how many millions of jobs. But the problem, and Dave, actually you touched upon this, and I'm so glad you did. I feel like humanity, societies have always looked past certain advancements, or we were able to adapt to a lot of them. This one, unless we implement something that, what's the gentleman's name? Yang?
Andrew Yang.
Andrew Yang has talked about. UBI, Universal Basic Income, unless we are very poignant and very deliberate about how we provide for the basic needs of our citizens, we are in for a very interesting time. How do you replace? What kinds of jobs? How do you replace?
You could become a barber. You could become a barber.
You could. I was gonna say, but then what is gonna happen to to the incomes of the people who have just gotten their jobs in their entire job sectors flooded with applicants right now? What was the statistic? CBO said there are 73 applicants for every available job.
Well, you touched on something earlier when you said you think businesses are going to grow, right? Did you say the businesses were going to grow?
I think they probably will.
Well,
I think certain businesses
are going to grow. I don't think we're going to get a lot of jobs out of this. We're going to have
because
significant
Bill
cuts.
Gates, I think it was Bill Gates, said the opposite. He said AI is going to get to the point. He goes, we're not going to have to work.
We're going to have universal freedom or whatever.
Because it's going to run our operations for us.
Correct. And the hope would be, ideally, I want AI and robotics to replace a lot of the mundane nonsense that nobody ever wants to do.
That's what you're going to see first.
Yeah. That's and the problem is we're actually doing it in reverse, where I want to spend my time being creative. I want to have a chance to play music with Eric. But instead what is going to happen is exactly what Eric just described earlier. AI is doing what, Eric? It's making music. It's making music. And
well, you also wonder in these high-paying jobs, somebody mentioned something with lawyers, how they'll bill you by the hour. They said that's going to change. Because what they're saying, that they're saying, well, it took me 30 hours to read through your documents. Well, no, it didn't.
Yeah.
AI is going to do it in a matter of...
And all I need you to do is review.
That's right.
And all you need to do is review. And how long did the brief take you? And by the way, the same thing that I was actually just listening to something else, which is, by the way, I think it's very concerning. Medical industry. Somebody basically said, I went in, typed all my symptoms, and said, hey, what do I need to do?
Yep.
And just like that, Idiocracy. It reminded me of Idiocracy.
Yeah. Have you ever seen this movie, Idiocracy?
Talk about prolific. It's a comedy, by the way. It's a phenomenal comedy. If you take away the level of ridiculous, and they do make it ridiculous because it is a comedy. It's meant to be a spoof. It's meant to.
However, it
kind
of predicted Trump. Yeah, it kind of did that. So
it predicted AI more than anything.
When you think about it, I mean, how much information can a human process compared to AI?
We can't even touch it.
Right?
We can't touch it. No. So.
And that's why we are in for a treat. Not a good one. Because I will tell you right now.
It's a doomer. We got a boomer and a doomer.
I was going to say.
Doom and gloom.
I remember. I will say one thing. I'm just a realist. It's like you call it the way that it is. It's not a matter of no. It's like just look what's going on. Either you lack the foresight, the imagination to consider what those things are going to be. And by the way, kind of going back to perhaps being an optimist. I wish
I'm an eternal optimist. I am.
You can be an optimist all you want.
Here's the problem being a realist, though, because I am too. My brother gets on me. He calls me a pessimist. Because if you're a realist, you're a pessimist because you're thinking of the downside. We're an optimist that doesn't ever enter your equation.
Oh, it's there.
For the most part.
It's there. I just know I've got.
Or you refuse to address it, right?
Sometimes.
I call that wishful thinking. Optimists are wishful thinkers. That's what. That's
why. Wishful hopers. We hope. We're the hope for the future.
You know what they say about hope.
It floats.
Sure it does.
Like turds.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Sure it does.
My dad always used to say when you said, "Well, I thought, Dad," then he goes, "Well, you know what happened to thought, don't you?" Right? I go, "Yeah." He thought he didn't have to go, and he pooped in his pants. And then he said the other way.
Well, that's good. Hey, listen. So we've got a lot of video down here, and we should.
Are you sure?
Well, we have a ton.
Hold on a second. Nah, Dave, you're good for another 10, 15, right? Dave's like, okay.
Let's get in with a glass of wine.
Yes, I was gonna say. But, Dave, thank you.
Well, thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely.
And,
you're welcome to come over anytime.
And it's been very lucrative. I can't wait to get
the royalty check.
The royalty check.
You'll be waiting a long time.
Patreon. Oh my God, no! But it's going to have the generational perspectives and stuff.
It is wonderful. I think this is so needed, and I feel that we've addressed so many different topics and so many different.
I'm the young generation. You're the old.
Well, we've clearly identified that based on the.
I'm young. You're old. I'm young. You're old.
Thanks. I think there's
No, Dave, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
It's been fun. We'll do it again.
For anybody who's out there that's going to watch this episode, take those Prime Directives because you've heard them now from a bunch of different generations.
Don't take mine. I would not.
He's a
take one.
pessimist.
Don't.
But take those prime directives,
Realist,
think
thank
about
you.
them, and give us a chat in the
think.
comments. And I promise we will respond.
I know you're here. The Prime Directive's calling, so let's pass a beer. The Prime Directive, where the laughter's alive. Society's reflections, let's help each other thrive. Politics and culture, oh, what a